My name is Bhavya Shah. The automotive industry is an integral part of everybody's life, and yet there is a major drawback in this industry: accidents. They result in severe consequences such as injuries or worse, taking lives of many. Accidents are usually caused by distracted driving, and this can be prevented in many cases, but there is a need for a solution. That's where AAIS comes in. It stands for Automated Anti-Incident Systems. Now, basically, what this system does is that it collects data from about 5 sensors in this prototype and analyzes them and act accordingly on their own self to control the vehicle in consequences where accidents may happen. So simply, what it does is that it takes reading of the surroundings from the sensor and breaks them down to many situations, to many cases in which an incident is possible to occur. Then it takes control of the system on its own self in the cases where the driver cannot possibly take care of the situation. So next on we'll see what are the type of accidents that AAIS can prevent. The first case is that when the vehicle on which the system is installed is moving with a high speed and it encounters another vehicle in front of it, then the system uses a sensor to analyze the distance and speed, and it takes control by controlling and it controls the speed proportional to the distance remaining between the two vehicles. And if the distance is shorter than the limit set, if the distance becomes shorter than the limit is set, the system will make the vehicle stop on its own self. Next up is a second case. If the vehicle is moving with any velocity and it encounters another vehicle from its backside moving with high speed, it will again analyze the distance and speed of the incoming vehicle and act accordingly. And if the speed of the approaching vehicle is too high, then it will maintain its own speed, it will increase its own speed to not let the accident from backside happen. In cases where a vehicle encounters from either left or right side of the vehicle from the front end, this sensors will again calculate the distance, and then now this time, if possible, they will make short turns so that the vehicle the system is installed can pass on very smoothly. And if they are not able to take turn, then it will stop or go back. And last but not the least, the fourth case. Now, by taking the use of IR sensor in this prototype, which measures now by taking the use of IR sensor which is mounted just below the car, it calculates the ground clearance of the if a pothole or a cliff is in front of the car, then the system will make the car go backwards and hence preventing a major incident happening. Now, there are some cases in which the sensors usually don't work, like from straight up side encounters or side backwards encounters. Now, in the next coming prototype, we might solve those problems, but we have a solution for that too. Now, we will have Bluetooth and Wi-Fi modules connected to the system, which will enable the driver to connect wirelessly to the system, which will of course warn about the upcoming incidents. And if an accident which has happened which could not be prevented by the system too, the system would call any responsible person to take in charge where an accident have occurred on its own self in the cases where the person sitting in the car or the vehicle cannot do. Now this whole system has also equipped a buzzer in the main chip, which would ring every time there is an accident prone or the system has already taken action, which means that the driver will be known of every incident which would happen by the buzzer already mounted on the system. Now let's talk about the affordability of this whole system. Now this whole system costs around 1500 rupees for me, but if mass produced, it can cost about half of the amount I have made it, and about 700 to 800 rupees. This system is actually a lifesaver in most of the vehicle accidents that occur in every place, in literally every place. uh, on the other hand, this system is made in such a way that it can be equipped into any existing cars. So there is no need for like to buy a new car to have the system in. This system can be very easily installed by the consumer themselves on the car, on any vehicle, on almost every vehicle by their own self. And so while this is very much affordable, it is very consumer friendly and easy to use, and it can act as a lifesaver in many moments. Thank you.